Hi everyone, thanks for watching this video. I'm going to be moving really fast because I've got a lot of stuff to do today. I've got a lot of things to do around the house and a lot of deep cleaning as well. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead. I am so excited for you guys to see the end result of this chair shampoo. It was pretty rough. I'm starting in my room. I always start in my bedroom. Today I'm going to be pulling off the sheets, doing some roundabout tidying up, and then moving on to my bathroom.
And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel.
No matter how hard I try to keep my kids in the kitchen with their drinks and their food, they always end up coming in somewhere where I don't want them to be and leaving their drinks laying around. Does anyone else have that
Hand
problem?
in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond dawn. A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Moving on to the bathroom, I'm going to be doing some tidying up, and then I'm going to be deep cleaning the tub and the toilet, except I'm not going to be showing the scrubbing the toilet, the actual bowl, because who wants to see me scrub a toilet bowl? I'm just going to be showing the wiping down, and then I'm going to get to deep cleaning the cabinets, and then I'm going to be moving on into a different room. I have been loving this cleaner plus bleach for everything lately. I find that it works really, really well. It gets all kinds of stains out, and I'm going to be using that in combination with baking soda for my tub. It gets all those bath rings off, and it keeps it off a little bit longer, I find, than using anything else.
I don't know where she came from, kinda turned me upside down. I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night at hers and bring her one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Now I really get what the love songs are talking about, and I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head?
I started using microfiber cloths after watching a Clean My Space video, and if I can find it, I will link that video down in the description box. I really like using microfiber cloths. They work super, super well. They don't leave little pieces behind, and all I do, I get mine at the Dollar Tree. I don't get any fancy ones for cleaning, especially with bleach, because I don't want them to get just ruined and messed up and have to buy more expensive ones. I just buy the dollar ones at Dollar Tree.
Things nobody sees, and when she's gone I miss her so. I tell her, baby, please don't go, I think you should stay with me.
So now that the cleaning of the bathroom is done, I'm going to be putting some Murphy's oil soap in a bucket of water and scrubbing down my cabinets. I usually do this in my kitchen quite often, but I don't do it in the bathroom as much. And in the bathroom, you've got a lot of dust and dander that comes from clothes and skin and everything. And I find that it really, really helps to maintain the cabinets if I do this every once in a while. It's a little bit more effort, but it's really worth it. I think it makes the cabinets look almost brand new, and it keeps all of those germs and bacteria from getting back into the air. I don't actually use a microfiber cloth for this because I think it just kind of catches on any unsealed wood, And so I just used an old washcloth that I had in my cleaning rags. It worked really well. It didn't catch as much at all.
I don't know where she came from. It kinda turned me upside down. I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night with her, sprinkle one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love.
I know that especially right now, disinfecting wipes are kind of hard to come by. I find mine at Aldi's. You can get one at a time right now, and they work really, really well for places that I don't want to necessarily have to have a rag to wash afterwards, or places that I don't want little bits and pieces to come away as I clean. I use them on the toilet, the sink, and the counters. I think it works a lot better than a rag personally, and then I can just throw them away and not have to worry about cleaning a rag that's touched a toilet.
I put my feet up and we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever, forever, forever.
I'm only going to be sweeping this room. I didn't feel like it needed a mop this time.
As you sleep, you don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
On this day, I'm just going to be stripping the sheets and taking off the padding that's in my son's crib. I think he's a little too old for that. He's not likely to get his hand or anything caught in it anymore. He's more likely to just tear it up. So I'm going to be stripping the sheets, taking that off, and then moving on to a different room.
This summer I'll be by your side. A wonder that you can't describe. How long will you wait for me? I want you to see what I see. I see you. How I see you. I'm looking out, it's really far. I felt a tingle in my heart.
In my guest bathroom, I also decided to wipe down all of the cabinets and make sure they were thoroughly clean. I had just cleaned the rest of the bathroom the day before, so I didn't really worry too much about that. I just wanted the dust and dander and everything off of the cabinets, just like in the other bathroom.
The stars we know are gone. In this lonely place, I still see your face. I go round and round until every sound is a symphony from my heart.
After all the cabinets, I decided why stop there, so I used a little bit of bleach, a little bit of soap, and I decided to wipe down all of my doors, Just like the cabinets, they had a lot of dust on them, and they're pretty new doors, so I want to keep them in pristine condition as much as possible. So I decided to dust all them with the bleach and soap as well.
We should take a walk, then a swim in the sea. That will mean everything, yeah, everything to me. Can we get out of this one?
My kids' bedroom door was a little bit difficult because they were in there. They thought I was shutting them in, and they thought I was shutting them out, and so they wanted to be in and out at the same time. So that one was a little bit difficult to get through, but I managed, and I went on to the rest of them.
All feelings, just like we got through everything else. But I see you, honey. This is in no way funny. We will find our way back together. But right now, there's stormy weather. I see a tear begins to fall from your eyes. It is the truth that you believe in tonight. I will be there with you, even when you are alone. And I'll be waiting here when you come home. Can we get out of this one?
Now I'm just going to be throwing those sheets that I pulled off all the beds into the wash. I use a big thing of detergent, so I just throw the cap in there when I'm done so it gets clean so I don't have drips all over the place, and then I refill this old softener bottle with white vinegar, and that's what I use in all of my laundry, is just plain distilled white vinegar.
But I see you, honey. This is in no way funny.
In the kitchen, I had dishes and counters and things like that to do, but I also had some deep cleaning. I needed to do the microwave and also the toaster oven. I like to put tinfoil over my toaster oven tray. I think it just keeps it a lot nicer. I don't have to scrub it all the time. I just replace the tinfoil if it gets greasy or burnt stuff on there. And then it has a tray in the bottom that I can pull out and wash like a regular dish. So that's what I did with the tray and with the rack. And then I just wiped out the rest of it with just plain old water. It didn't really need anything more than that.
Before anyone heard of you and me. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great. Running out of town just to celebrate.
Here I'm just going to unload some dishes and then load it back and do some hand washing as well.
Better day, a rocking chair and a glass of wine, in the shade of a tree, and I'm feeling fine. There's not a lot to ask when life is going by so fast. One breath away, step up and say, hold on to what is real. The love you feel is like water in a glass. Don't try to separate the ones you hate from the ones that you don't know, 'cause there's a part of you that never could let go. I'm chasing shadows around the place. It shouldn't take long now in any case, as long as there is light, pretending I could stay the night. One breath away.
Especially if I'm washing my kids' stuff and bottles and things like that in the dishwasher, I like to throw in a splash of bleach. I feel like it gets them extra clean. Also, I always clean the sink before I clean dishes in it. The dishes will only be as clean as my sink, I feel like, so I'm going to be doing that before I wash any dishes.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the
I had full intention of showing you guys hand washing the whole counter full of dishes that I had, but my camera actually cut off before I was ready and I didn't realize it.
my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.
Every time I take my trash out, I try and spray a little something, a cleaner or bleach or something in the bottom to keep smells away, or baking soda, something like that. This time it just needed a thorough cleaning, so I sprayed it down, sprayed it on the inside, and then wiped it out and wiped it off on the outside as well. And I'm not gonna lie, I recently got these stretch bags from Walmart and I was really excited to open the box and use the first one. I guess you know when you're an adult.
Sky is falling down, yeah. Sky is falling down.
I've been all around the world, every city, every place.
On the first day in my living room, I didn't really have a whole lot to clean up. I just needed mostly to dust and get the floors up some. So that's what I'm doing. I'm dusting off my piano with a dry microfiber cloth from the Dollar Tree. They're either 2 for $1 or sometimes you can get the microfiber washcloths 4 for $1. I think that's what I'm using here. I really like it, just plain. It picks up all the dust and dirt and doesn't leave it just floating through the air. I didn't even use any furniture polish this time, though a lot of times I do. I didn't feel like I needed it this time. Then for the piano keys, I really wasn't sure what to use, so I just used a really light touch and a little bit of that bleach and soap water. I'm not sure if that's really what you're supposed to use, but it didn't seem to hurt it this time. There was a lot of sticky fingerprints on those keys, and they really needed to come off with something that was powerful, and I didn't want to spray anything on there, so it's just a slightly damp rag from that solution from before.
And now there's a wind of change. I've never ever felt this way. You're stuck inside my mind.
On this glass entertainment center, I just used, again, a dry rag just to get all the dust off. I didn't think that it really needed any glass cleaner, and I didn't want to get overspray on any of the items that my husband has on here. I say my husband because he's a hunter. He likes to display his trophies. They're really hard to clean around, but it's worth it in the end if he enjoys looking at them. So that's what I'm doing, just a dry cloth, getting all the fingerprints off that I can and all the dust.
I'm coming home. I'm counting hours, minutes, seconds, faster. Hurry, make it happen. Before we know it, I'll be on my way home. Yeah, we're chilling, you and I. Every crazy summer night, baby, I am coming home. I'm coming home. Longing for you, pick up the phone. Catching a flight, I'm coming home. Back to the place I've always known. Home, home. Seeing you soon, I gotta run. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
My son wants to be just like his daddy when he grows up. He loves looking at all these trophies and playing with them. Please tell me I'm not the only one that neglects my floor lamps sometimes. Next, I just needed to tidy up, sweep, and vacuum. We had a movie night the night before, so there was a lot of popcorn, and the furniture was rearranged just a little bit, so I needed to get all that back in order. My son really loves him a freshly vacuumed rug. Every time I vacuum it off, he runs straight for it. Then it was time for me to shampoo my recliner. It actually doesn't recline anymore. Recently, the handle just kind of snapped, so I worked with what I had. I started off with this nozzle tip it has a rolling or spinning brush on it, but it didn't seem to be really working for this surface area that I had, and so I ended up switching to a different one that just has a straight brush on it. It's stiff, I can scrub if I need to, but it doesn't get in my way as much as this spinning one did.
Been a long time since we were together. There's a special place in my heart that's yours forever. If I could fly right back to where I belong, fly right back to my home sweet home. If I could, I'd take it all back and fly high up above the...
Whenever you're shampooing something that has looser fabric on it, like a chair, you have to pull it tight or else it won't suck the water out of it right. And did you guys catch my daughter turning off the lights on me?
Sometimes it feels like you just wanna run. It's easier than facing your own doubts, but it will get you no matter how far you go. It haunts you every night. I tried so hard to forget what we had, but then something reminds me of you. Do you remember the necklace you gave me? I wear it every day. And oh, it's been a long time since we were together, but there's a special place in my heart that's yours.
I had filled up the tank in my shampooer about halfway full, and I used some laundry soap in it, but I ended up needing more than the half tank. And so when I filled it up again with another half tank, I sort of just had to go until it was all out because I didn't really want to dump the soapy water out. But it ended up working out good because apparently it really needed it.
I close my eyes and I'm back in your arms, back in your arms. I'd fly. I'd fly. If I could fly, I'd fly right back to where I belong, fly right back to my home sweet home. If I could, I'd take it all back, take
there's your money shot on that recliner water. I thought this was way worse than I was expecting it to be. We live on a dirt road and my husband is a chicken farmer, and so honestly we just have dust everywhere. Dust and dirt is just part of our life. So I was expecting it to be dirty, but not quite this bad. I probably should not have poured that down the sink. It might not have been that great of an idea. So this is the next day. I'm going to be vacuuming all of my kitchen floor and then mopping.
Take me anywhere that you want. I don't even care if we come back again. And as long as the stars are shining above us, then I just wanna be where you are. I don't wanna close my then I might miss a moment of you. And as long as
I obviously don't have a stick vac, but I do have a vacuum that I can turn the roller on and off so it doesn't spit dirt out the back. I like to vacuum my hard floors. I feel like it just gives it a much better clean, and since I can't get under the counters, I like to use the hose and just catch whatever I missed. And then when I vacuum, I like to use a little bit of essential oil. Even though the steam kind of sanitizes and cleans really, really well, I like to use a little bit of an oil just to kind of give it a little bit of a scent, even though I don't really need a cleaner. I get about halfway through on one side of this mop pad, and then I turn it over and do the other half of my kitchen with the other side. I think it cleans a lot better when you have a clean side of your mop head. I probably need to get multiple mop heads just so that I can clean all of my floor at once and not have to worry about washing it in between rooms, basically.
everything has an end. And I know that we are not getting any younger, but as long as there is time, I will walk beside you, 'cause I just wanna be where you are. 'Cause with you, I feel no fear. And when you hold me, all my wounds are healed. When I'm with you, I feel safe.
I'm sure that all of you at some point in time come across big sticky stuff that's on the floor that the mop doesn't come up. So I usually just spray it down, soak it, make sure it's really nice and wet, use a food scraper that I have set aside for the floor to scrape it up, and then use a paper towel to finish it off. Moving on, I needed to clean the microwave. You've probably seen this before: vinegar and water, and put in the microwave until it's boiled and steamy, and then wiping it out with a sponge first to loosen up everything, and then a microfiber rag to get everything out and to make sure everything is fully clean and shiny and ready to go. Most of the time I wash my microwave dish like a dish in the sink. This time I just wiped it off. I didn't feel like it needed it. It didn't have any grease or anything like that. It just had some crumbs, so I just wiped it off with the rag. Same with the little ring that helps it spin. And then I wiped off the outside as well. While I was there, I went ahead and dusted off my big jars that are sitting on my counter next to it. They really, really needed it. I just went in order of least to most dirty. I keep my flour and things like that in it, so they were really dusty and dirty on the outside.
'Cause with you, I feel no fear. And when you hold me, all my wounds are healed. When I'm with you, I feel safe. There is no pretending, no
Now I'm just going to go throughout my house, take a little bit of all-purpose cleaner and a microfiber rag that was just a little bit damp. I'm going to be spraying the rag, not the window, because I don't want the glass to get all-purpose cleaner on it. It's not the same as window cleaner and it streaks like crazy. So I just use the cleaner and the rag, wipe down the windowsill and the very bottom lip of the window itself. And I went all throughout my house doing the ones that I thought needed it.
They would be together. Ooh. Then one day she said, write me a love song, 'cause I know you'll make it beautiful. And maybe I'll call you my sweetheart, and promise nobody can steal me away. Then I am yours, 'cause I want you and I wanted you to know. He looked at her and then he smiled, picked up a pen and paper.
By this second day, my kids' room really needed a good tidy up. I didn't end up being able to film putting the sheets back on their beds because it was late at night by the time they got done and they just needed to be put back on their beds so that we could all go to bed and go to sleep. But I did do that the night before. So on this day, I'm just going to be going in, getting all the sippies out that they've drug from around the house and putting all their toys away and tidying up their big stuff as well.
I tried to make it beautiful. It's a song about your sweetheart, and how nobody can steal me away. Yeah, I am yours, 'cause I want you and I wanted you to know. As he sang, she started to dance, grabbed his arm and took his hand. He held her close under the moonlight as they kept on dancing.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you like this video, make sure to let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And if you're not already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. This little channel is growing and I'm so excited.
You're still the show.